Hi everyone.
Hi.
Very warm welcome to Mr. Jitain from Magnemius Technologies. It's great for you to join us here. Basically, what we are doing is we are creating this podcast series called Trailblazers from Crayons, supported by War India. And the idea is to bring stories from founders like you who have uh, gone through this journey, made their company where it is, and how what were the different challenges and insights which you want to share with the budding entrepreneurs who want to create, who want to become a partner, and so on. So, with this, I will hand over to you. Would love to understand your journey, your insights, how it has been.
Okay. Thank you, Apu. Thank you, Kiran and VAR India, for giving me this opportunity to talk about this. See, I would share my journey first, and probably then we'll talk of what is a budding enterprise should really look into it. So I'm been founder and CMD now for Magnemius Systems Private Limited. We founded this in 1989, where public computers just was a buzzword. And we remember those days we used to take formatting one hard disk of 20 MB used to take some full night. And now it's other way. Now TV could be in 1 hour's time or something like that. So those days we have seen all the era of like we have seen Microsoft getting evolved, we saw IBM getting involved, we saw Y2K bomb, everything. We have gone through the dot-com bust. So we have gone through all the ups and down of IT era, and that's been a big experience for us in our entrepreneur journey. And now we are at the end of 36, 37 years of our business journey. Now, luckily, I've got my both the sons come into business, and they are managing the show with some professionals from OEM and distributors with us, and they are running the show about it. So, in terms of journey, I think so. We have, as I said, is we have gone through ups and downs of IT industry ourselves, and we have somehow managed to survive, stay fit, and growing year on year. Luckily, onto that. So today, entrepreneurship is very challenging. To think and start business is not going to be difficult, but to sustain and get customers and people on board is the biggest challenge. And of course, finally, the finance is the third part, because the moral, the ethical things has really gone down badly from the the age which is we are going through. It's been a fast world. If you fail in one technology, you're gone. And almost every customer, every OEM, if you see, the partners are sitting there for years together. For us, if you see my on an average customer, retention, if you see, is more than 2 decades at least. The largest customer for us is with us in 97.
That's
And they don't even look out, for a second. So to enter a new customer base, which is a challenge for us also, even after 37 years of business, if I decide that I want to add 5 new logos, probably this quarter, it is not easy. So what we do is we keep adding a new technology within ourselves when it is a niche time. Like for an example, suppose we started with the MDR technology, where everybody knows this. Way back when they launched it in 2021, we grabbed it. And with those technology, at least we get some new logos in our kitty, and then we nurture it, retain it, and work together and make our business profitable. So that's one key point. People should know that catch the technology when they're at niche level, so that it helps you getting a new logos. Second thing is, before starting anything, I think so you should know what is your goal, what is your vision. With that vision and goal, probably start diving into the industry, or what is it, dive into sea and start swimming, which will help you in probably reaching to a right destination. And along with that, you'll have to make sure that your people are with you. Like our one of the core value for our company is people first, and listening. So for us, customers people, for us, employees are people. We have people first approach in our, and listening is another thing. Keep listening to people, and probably keep implementing what is the best for the organization part. And finally is, you need to be sufficiently cash rich, or I would say a finance guy, where you can manage your own cash flow without much of the like debt on interest. Because nowadays customer pays at their whims and fancies. They dictate terms. If you want a new logo, you'll have to accept some or other things. So there you need to have a clear understanding that how are you going to manage your cash flows. So these are the few challenges for a budding entrepreneur. See, entrepreneurship is definitely, but today's world is, all Gen Z, Alpha, Gen Alpha, whatever, they want to start, sell and move out. For them, it's a 3 or 4 years of journey. I don't think so any startup would survive beyond a decade, because they want to just start because they want to sell it off. They want to become a, rich like in no time of time. So my advice is, go slow, understand, have a clear vision or a long-term planning, and probably then jump into ocean, I would say, where already sharks and whales are available in the, like, I can give you an example of these GSIs. Once upon a time, they were also like us. They started manufacturing. I know, if I can talk of Wipro, they were, manufacturing PCs and all, but finally they become SI like us, but at a different level. So we'll have to, face, today also we are facing competition from these GSIs. So you need to be very clear what you want to do, and, do your planning accordingly. That's what my piece of advice to young entrepreneurs.
No, that's really interesting. And after interacting with multiple entrepreneurs, one common theme which is coming is a people focus. That's very in the sense like how you retain your best talents, how you
Without
nurture.
people, you'll not survive. That is
Correct,
very clear, because you are not going to do anything.
correct.
So people is the way forward. You need to have that.
And the second thing which is coming out is which is unique is how to grab niche technologies when others are not there, and then develop your business over that. Because once everyone starts onboarding, then it becomes difficult. But you highlighted multiple such examples in terms of how this is bringing a clear differentiator. Uh, so, in terms of overarching thing, because one is you as a company doing multiple dimensions, multiple things from technology to people and so on and so forth. But when you think about how has the larger ecosystem had played a role in your success, whether it is the OEM, whether it is the distributors, how do you think the larger ecosystem played a role, and maybe Creon, maybe AWS, how they have helped you uh, grow in your journey and
So luckily, the ecosystem is a triangle. I don't think it's a triparty. Whatever you do, it's a triparty. Without triparty, I think that nothing will work. From a OEM perspective, the enablement, the partner focus, their partner policies, profitability is must. And from a distributor perspective, again, a value addition, probably I would say some credits, finance, and a lead generation for that. So this is a triangle. I don't think so anybody can live without anybody. All three are must. All three corners are, angles are must. Without any of them, nothing will work. The triangle will break. So it's a tri-party, and especially when I say talk of triangle, so we started with Crown when they evolved. Probably we know the people, the Vikas and other the team member, when they evolved. Probably we did a lot of business. We did a lot of Microsoft DA. Again, that was tri-party agreement and all. And of course, cloud. Today, if I want to take any technical expertise, I think so on a cloud, no distributor other than Crayon can help. That is what I would like to say. When we wanted to migrate from one platform to other platform, I think Crayon helped us a lot. So I would put it not as a distributor, it's more of from a special word, I would say, where they are value adding a lot to partner like us. So without distributors, I don't think so. We all can survive in whatever you say. Finance bhi pakdo aap, training pakdo, whatever way you say. I think without distributors, OEM and partners cannot get linked. It is must.
no, rightly put, like it's a tri-party thing,
Tri-party.
tri-party thing which comes into the picture where all the three parties have to work together towards the common interest, and
Yes.
if one thrive, the other will automatically thrive, and it's a mutual symbiotic relationship which we carry in the sense of taking all the parties to the next level. So great. Thank you so much for making us part of your success story, your journey as such, and look forward for many such milestones and many more years of thriving relationship. And thanks again for your time and sharing your insight to the budding entrepreneur.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much for
Thank
inviting me. Thanks a lot.
thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Trailblazers, a special series by VAR India and Crayon. Stay tuned for more conversations with the leaders shaping India's digital future.